Selected Ambient Works Volume II, abbreviated as SAW2, is the second studio album by English electronic musician Richard D. James under the alias Aphex Twin, released in 1994. It is the follow-up to 1992's Selected Ambient Works 85 Euro 92. The album peaked at number 11 on the UK Albums Chart, selling 9,336 copies in its first week of release. It was number 62 on Pitchfork Media's Top 100 Albums of the 1990s. Overview: Volume 2 differs significantly from the first volume in the series, in that it consists of lengthy, textured ambient compositions with minimal percussion and occasional vocal samples, in a vein similar to Brian Eno's ambient works. James described the album as being like standing in a power station on acid, and went on to note that the sounds on record were inspired by lucid dreams, and that upon awaking, he would attempt to recreate the sounds and record them. He claimed to have natural synesthesia, which contributed to this album. Artwork and formats. The album proper consists of 25 tracks, all of which are officially untitled except for Blue Call. The liner notes present a series of images to represent the title of each track, including a blue emblem for Blue Call. Color-coded pie charts are also included to show which tracks belong to which side of vinyl, as well as approximations of the duration of each track per side. Officially, each track is untitled but numbered after its respective running order number, that is, SAW2 untitled track 3 inches, but fans Greg Eden and Alan Michael Parry have given each track a descriptive name based on the image representing it. These descriptive names were emailed to the IDM mailing list, and subsequently entered into the CDDB, further popularizing them. The Sire Warner Brothers. Records edition changed several of the images either by unblurring or replacing them. In the case of track 19, which is absent from the US pressing, a blank square was left instead. The original images were also cropped and presented differently for the cassette pressing. Several are rotated, while others show more of the original image. Due to the running length limitations of the compact disc format, track 19 was removed from all CD pressings. This omission has since become standard, even for online retailers. The track was later included on the Astralwerks Virgin Emmy Records compilation Excursions in Ambience, The Third Dimension, titled Number 19. The original Sire Warner Brothers. Records version also removed track 4 from the first disc. The vinyl edition came in 2 editions, a standard black vinyl pressing with full-color artwork and a limited edition brown vinyl pressing with monochromatic photography. The photography is credited to Richard D. James, handwritten on an image that appears on a separate sheet of paper, which was included with many versions of the album. Track listing: all songs written and composed by Richard D. James. Formatting notes. The cassette version of the album featured 6 songs on each side, barring side 3, which contained 7. The vinyl version featured 4 songs on each side, excluding side 4, which contained 5. The 2012 vinyl re-release in the US, manufactured by Rhino Atlantic Records, follows the US CD, where number 4 is omitted from side 1 and number 19 from side 5. This version features 4 songs per side, except for sides 1 and 5. And side 4, which retained its 5 tracks. The digital format of the album features all songs except for number 19, leaving it exclusively on the UK vinyl and cassette pressings of the album. Remixes and covers. Track 2 was later released on the compilation album 26 Mixes for Cash in a version with beats, titled SAW2 CD1 TRK2. It was originally recorded for Richard's Peel session in 1992. Track 7 was jointly remixed with LFO's track Simon from Sydney by Pram on the compilation Warp 10+3 remixes. Track 1 was also remixed for this collection by Fortet. Cover versions of Blue Call, and Track 1, played on acoustic instruments by the Western classical new music ensemble Alarm Will Sound, appeared on its album Acoustica. Alarm Will Sound performs Aphex Twin in 2005. New York electronica artist Wisp remixed 4 tracks from this album on his 2004 EP, SAW2 Reworked, and has since released music on Reflex Records. a record label co-owned by Richard D. James. Scholarship. In 2014, Bloomsbury Publishing issued Mark Weddenborn's eponymously titled book on the album as part of its 33 1/3 series. Personnel: Richard D. James, synthesizers, photography, production. Charts. References. External links: Selected Ambient Works Volume II at the Warp Records website, more pictures of the brown vinyl edition, information on excursions in ambience, The Third Dimension,